Man, going from that to this feels so slow.
Well, a newcomer, I see. I am
newcomer.
Andre. I serve at this shrine as a humble smith, forging weapons. You're in search of the Lords of Cinder, I trust. A toilsome journey, I'd wager. You'll require good arms. Let me smith you weapons. I am a smith. Such is my purpose.
Man, I want to get a mic as good as this guy's mic. And I can't even mimic his voice. Oh my goodness.
Weapons and protection is sturdy enough by and large.
Protection.
When overused,
When
they'll eventually
overused
When their durability is
their
low,
durability
comes a necessity.
comes as a necessity.
Powder, or simply
Doesn't
rest at a
matter.
bonfire. But should chance impel them break, bring them me. I'll hammer them back into shape. They take no pleasure in breaking, I assure ye. So handle them with care, if you would.
Handle them with care, if you would. Use Estus Shard to reinforce Flask? Is Estus... I can't use Estus Shard for anything else, right? And that makes it so I have one more. Honestly, I should just keep it like this. 5. As my spell is to heal, and... I mean, technically, I guess the healing spell would be useful otherwise. Repair equipment. I can't repair anything. Infuse weapon. I don't want to infuse anything. And I don't have the souls to make
Be
that
careful.
stronger. Whether you be careful.
A pleasure to make thine acquaintance, Ashen One. I am but a humble handmaid of the shrine. Weapons, armor, trinkets, and spells. I've lots of little things to ease the burden of a weary traveler. And yes, I'm undead too, but not so charitable as to give my goods away. Ashen One, fetch souls and bring them to me. As is thy wont, no?
Fetch souls. Purchase. Sell. There's certain things I do want to purchase from her as soon as possible, if I remember correctly. Like the key items mostly. This one, 20,000 souls. I would have bought these magics, but don't really need to with this character. We could get a halberd, that'd be nice. Let's see what we get. Ember. I think we want the whites. We want this one. White sign soap. Tower key. I think everything else we're good with for now.
Ashen One, be sure to bring more.
Be sure to bring more.
Ashen One, produce the coiled sword at the bonfire. The Mark of Ash will guide thee to the land of the Lords, to Lothric, where the homes of the Lords converge. Farewell.
There's like literally no reason not to kill this guy, right? If I remember correctly, there's no reason you shouldn't just kill this guy. But we won't. Dang it, I keep doing it in the wrong spot. Storm! Thank you for the follow. Chat, remember, if you could do me a favor, retweet out the stream, favorite, and the retweet, even if you don't have many followers, both of those help me out greatly. So please consider doing it.
All that unkindled, and a seeker of lords. I am Ludleth of Corland. Look not in bewilderment as I say. I linked the fire long ago, becoming the Lord of Cinder. If substantiation be thy want, set thine eyes upon my charred corpse. This sad cadaver, no need to be coy. Have a closer look. Knowest thou of our purpose? 5 thrones will take 5 lords as kindling for the linking of the fire. The fast fading flame must be licked to preserve this world. A reenactment of the first linking of the fire. So it is, I became a lord of Cinder. I may be but small, but I will die a colossus. Knowest thou of a time? Now, do not be away over long.
Another one roused from the sleep of death. Well, you're not alone. We unkindled are worthless. Can't even die right. Gives me conniptions. And they'd have us seek the Lords of Cinder and return them to their moulding thrones. But we're talking true legends with the metal to link the fire. We're not fit to lick their boots. Don't you think?
Don't you think?
What a sick joke. Asking us to seek the Lords of Cinder and return them to their moulding thrones. We're talking true legends, those who would link the fire. We're not fit to lick their boots.
We're not fit to lick their boots.
What a sick joke. Ask it.
Alright. Well, I guess we gotta go here. I want to explore the area just a little bit more. I know there's a guy over here. Somewhere. That has special equipment. But it's also kind of tough. And I remember cheesing him, I think. I don't think we'll be able to cheese him this time around. Got him. Oh, he's gonna get me though. Dang it, why didn't I? Ah, he hurts. He hurts. What is the difference between embered and not embered? I almost feel like there isn't much of a difference, but I think there is. I don't remember the way. Was it here? I think it was. That is not the way. That is not the way. Neither is that. I don't remember. What am I hearing over here? Champ, thank you for the host. Hope you're doing well, champ. How are you? Dang it, I don't know where my souls are. Although I only had 100 something souls, so it doesn't really matter. Ah, how does that not work? How is he hurting me for so much? Maybe I'm doing it too late. Ah, he's cheating. I can cheat too. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm out of Estus. And that was my souls right there. After submitting application to the wrong store. Well, I guess. Now I'm playing. Is this your first play on DS3? Technically, yes, it'll be my first play. And I'm blind. I don't know anything about the game. I know a little bit about the game, but I don't know or really remember anything about the game. Gonna get a job soonish though, hopefully. It'd be nice. Get some extra cash. Throw all my biddies at you. You don't have to throw anything at me. You being around is great. And I thank everybody that sticks around. I appreciate your support. literally, I think I would get... If everybody was in the mindset of understanding that their view was so valuable, like, I would be getting so many more sponsored opportunities. Because I'm sure there's people that, like, used to be subbed and don't come by anymore because they can't be subbed. And then there's a lot of people that almost feel obligated to, like, throw money at me, and they don't want to throw money at me anymore, so they don't come by anymore. And, like, it's not a requirement. Literally, you guys just hanging out, talking in chat, like, give me so many opportunities outside of just getting tips from y'all. I appreciate you all a ton. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now I'm gonna die. Ah! He cheated! I really don't remember how I got him before. I think I was watching Mecha play this not long ago and getting stuck on trying to kill this guy. And I made fun of her for it, and here I am not being able to do it. Wait, what the? What is this? Why was that a thing? Friends pay, friends bill, right? Oh, how many people in chat are around? We can do a GOG Box giveaway. And how many people aren't lurking? Is what I'm trying to say. This one's on sale on Chrono? Yes. Today's Chrono sale is Dark Souls, the lowest price it's ever been. If you want to purchase it, it'll help me out. It'll support the stream. And yeah, $14 is the lowest price it's ever been. Nani? Yep. 14 bucks for Dark Souls 3. That's a steal. That's right, Jim. Okay. I'm horrible at this. If we get some more people in chat, we'll do that GOG Box giveaway. If you haven't connected your GOG Box to your Twitch, or be sure to, all you have to do is click on the Twitch icon and sign in, and that's it. You'll be done. And then you can win a sub to the channel or $5 on GOG Box. So when you started, did you choose a weapon? When you start, you choose a class, and each class has different starter weapons. When I played this game, when it first came out, you went with the mage character, or wizard character, or I don't know, sorcerer. And I was doing magic, and I had a basic sword with me. But I never finished that playthrough, and I didn't play it too much because it was on my old computer, and my old computer was dying whenever I played the game. Like, there was no way I was gonna be able to play this game on that computer. But I did get a good ways of the way through, on really low resolution, and like 20 FPS. And after a while I was like, no, I can't do this anymore. This is awful. Hurts really hard. It is decently hard. If you've never played a Dark Souls game, I do recommend you start... Well, okay. If you plan on playing all the Dark Souls and Demon Souls and Bloodborne, you might want to start with Dark Souls 2, if only because everybody who I know ends up liking Dark Souls 2 when they started that as their first Dark Souls. Otherwise, this Dark Souls and Dark Souls 1 are great. Demon Souls is if you really want to punish yourself. But yeah, this game is a challenge and pretty fun. And this is the most up-to-date version. I think this one is the... This game came out after Bloodborne, so you can kind of see elements from Bloodborne in this game. It's much faster paced, it's easier to control, but it's still really, really tough. As you can see me trying to get this guy. I'm gonna just push him off. I think that's a thing, right? How much stamina do you have? What a yuck. Relentless, yeah, he has so much stamina. It's because he's not wearing any armor too, so that makes it so your stamina doesn't go down as much, I believe. I don't understand why this happens sometimes. Like I can't... What's going on here? Why can I not go outside? Usually I think that means something online is happening. Like somebody's invading or somebody's coming or I don't know. Maybe it's just loading. Dang it, I parried. And he doesn't parry. Out of heals again. Okay, I think I found the strat. Never mind. Use my distance. Oh, he's blocking now. Because he seems to get staggered no matter what. Every time I do that attack, and I wasn't expecting him to be able to do that. But I think I found the strat. At least for early. I don't think I'm supposed to fight him this early, to be fair, but when do I ever try to do what I'm supposed to do. When I start on DS2 and 3, is there a difference? Yes, there is a major big difference. So in total, all the Soulsborne games that are made from Software that are very similar, or at least reminiscent of each other, is Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3, and Bloodborne. The release order of these is Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, Bloodborne, Dark Souls 3, in that order. Now, Dark Souls 2 was made by a completely different internal team. So they kind of put in their own ideas, they kind of put in their own mechanics, and they really changed up a lot of things, and a lot of things that don't meld very well with the mechanics that your people are usually used to. In Demon Souls 1, it's very basic. Whenever you die, you become a soul, or a physical soul, and you get maybe a third of your life. And there's also, every time you die, you make the world harder and darker. And every time you kill a boss, or every time you help somebody kill a boss, the world becomes lighter and easier. With these, if the world is dark, you will get rarer loot as the world gets darker. If the world gets easier, you get not as rare loot and more common items and stuff. And there's a perfect white world and there's a perfect black world, and each of those two worlds also contain certain items in which you get. And it's actually very complicated. Not very complicated, but like it's a little bit complex, and you wouldn't really, it doesn't ever explain this in the game. This is all mechanics that you just would figure out after like playing the game 17 times or looking it up on the internet. So that doesn't exist in any of the other Dark Souls, so you don't have to worry about that. That's Demon Souls mechanic. So in Dark Souls, you end up having a humanity system, and that actually works really well. You die, you lose a little bit of your max health, and you can get humanity, and the more humanities that you have on you, the rarer the items you can get or drop more common rare items. And it's very simple, very to the point, and monsters are placed strategically around the map, and if you die or go to a bonfire, they respawn exactly where they are. It is usually always possible to just run past monsters without having to deal with them. Oh, I can just poke him? And he staggers anyway? Guess that makes sense. So Dark Souls 1 has like a lot of the great boss fights, a lot of like really well placed monsters everywhere. It has some hard parts, but nothing that's ever like, man, this game is being cheap. This sucks. Dark Souls 2 was being made shortly after Dark Souls 1, being that they found that, hey, Dark Souls 1 it was successful and everybody likes hard games apparently. Let's make this game even harder. And because they did that, they also made the game a lot unfair. Dark Souls 2 ends up making a lot of the enemy placements, like for example, let's just say this spot, oops, dang it, I didn't mean to do that. I keep trying to run as with the wrong buttons. Let's say this spot right here, where it has these 4 guys. So in Dark Souls, you see these 4 guys, in Dark Souls 1, you could make an effort to just skip them, and you'd be fine, and here we go, and they won't follow you to the ends of the earth. Just go right by. You don't have to deal with them. That's how Dark Souls 1 would work. You could fight them if you want. They are some trouble to get through, but they're not too bad, and then they go on their merry way. In Dark Souls 2, they're a lot more persistent. There would be 20 of these guys instead of 4, and it would be almost impossible to get by them without at least killing some of them. So it's more unfair. It's still hard, but it's just not, it's like not a fun unfair. Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 3 have like a fun unfair mechanic, and I like it a lot. Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 3 a lot better than 2. And then it also has another mechanic that, so no matter what, in Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 3, and Dark Souls 1 Bloodborne, they always come back. Every single monster comes back when you go to the bonfire. So if you need a farm, you can just keep going back and forth to the bonfire, get up, full health, full Estus, full everything, go back out, fight the same monsters again and again. And it's not too much of a chore. Now, Dark Souls 2, since they did the whole like 20 monsters in one spot, super hard monster here for no reason, and all that kind of mechanic, instead they made it so that once you kill a certain spawn 12 times, they will cease to spawn. I don't know why 12 times. But say you go to the bonfire, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, you can basically start clearing all the monster spawns if you really wanted to. And so that you wouldn't have to deal with those monster spawns later on. Now that's kind of a good thing and kind of a bad thing, because now when you need to farm monsters, you run out. You have a finite amount of souls. And so you're kind of screwed unless you make the world harder. In Dark Souls 2, you could go to a bonfire and rekindle the fire? I don't remember. You rekindle it, and that makes all the spawns happen again. Even the boss spawns revive, and you can fight the boss and all that again. Dark Souls 3 basically goes back to how Dark Souls 1 is. For this, and you just have good enemy placement / fun enemy placement / only some monsters don't revive. Like this samurai guy I'm trying to fight, he won't revive once I do end up killing him, because he's a special monster technically. But yeah, I know I'm explaining a whole lot. And hopefully it's not just going over your head. But they're good games. That's all I'm saying. And Dark Souls 2, the people I know anyway, everybody who's played Dark Souls 1 or Demon Souls or any of the other Souls before Dark Souls 2 absolutely hates Dark Souls 2. I ended up playing it through and I could barely enjoy it, but I did go all the way through it, so at least I have that under my belt, that I did play it. But I didn't enjoy it as much as Dark Souls 1. If you play Dark Souls 1 first, you probably won't enjoy Dark Souls 2. If you play Dark Souls 3, you'll probably not enjoy Dark Souls 2. But if you play Dark Souls 2 first, from what I understand, a lot of people end up liking Dark Souls 2 the most. Comparatively. I don't know why, it's just, that's how it is common. But yeah. Either way, play some Dark Souls games, they're good. And you can get it now, Dark Souls 3 for $14. Wait, did he just kill himself? Dang it, I thought he killed himself. Oh my goodness! Couple enemies got flurries, yeah. Just a couple. Yeah, I do recommend these games. They're a good challenge, good single player experience. They have multiplayer, co-op, and PvP. Albeit probably not very used anymore, but it still exists. And especially if you stream it, a lot of people really like to watch blind runs of this game. Spiders! Doesn't this one also have spiders? And imagine this has spiders as well. Okay, I really want to kill this guy. You can't best me! Ah. Ah, he's cheating. Seems interesting, alright. Ah! Ah, he's cheating, I swear. Technically, yeah. Well, I'm not gonna finish this playthrough in particular, but I played it back on my old computer at like 20 frames per second and like 480p or something like that. So there's that. But I only got to like a third, maybe a fourth way through of the game before I was like, nah, I can't play this on this computer. I need to wait until I get a better one. And this is also, I was using a magic build on that one, so this is completely different gameplay type that I'm doing. I remember cheesing this guy in my last run. I remember using magic against them, and I'm pretty sure I used it like from a ledge. Did you knock him off the ledge? No. I used magic. Well, I was trying to knock him off a ledge earlier and I wasn't getting it down. Stinky cheese. Ow. What the? He's never been active before. What? God dang it. They never jumped up before, so I was just ignoring them. Wrong way. Chat, I appreciate you guys trying to help me out, but if I don't ask for it, please don't. If you would like to discuss any spoilery or backseaty type comments, use spoiler chat. Just use double hashtags at the beginning of your sentence, then I won't see it, but you can still talk to everybody else about it. Thank you for the follow. The Grula. Fall off. Queuing. That roll queuing. Tap, which Dark Souls did you like the best? Which Souls game? Get this guy. We almost had him once. 2 I played the most. I don't remember which I definitely liked the best. I see. Was 2 your first one? I think 2 was your first one with like actual good controls, wasn't it? Because I remember you said you played 1 on mouse and keyboard. Yeah, button queuing drives me crazy. Why? Oh, you play both of them with mouse and keyboard? You're crazy. You crazy. That boy crazy. Infinity DS2, I see. That boy crazy. So crazy play Dark Souls mouse and keyboard. Should have rolled away. I was trying to. Ba. I tell you what. PvP with a mouse and keyboard not being locked on the control. Could run circles around people. It was hilarious. Maybe that's what I should be doing. 'Cause I beat the last boss on this by just reverting to like Monster Hunter controls and not not locking on. Maybe I can beat this guy by not locking on. Ow. I guess locking on is important for blocking though, huh? You only saw people using lock on? I see. For poking? Yeah. Always two-hand dodger. Dodger, dodger! These jerks. Should use magic to heal before anything else. Champ! This gives me so much more range too. He's gonna fall off. Son of a gun. No problem. Enjoy. You just bought it. Nice. Thank you for using my link. Enjoy the game. Try to be as spoiler free as possible. If you stream it, be sure you keep your past broadcasts, because there's some good watching blind playthroughs. He just keeps chasing me down. Ah! That's right, you better run. Got him. Yeah, that two-hand damage and range on this bike is great. There we go. They're thinking about, but I use your link. Thank you. I don't think there is an alert for using it for buying off a chrono. We should ask them to do something like that. Uchigatana. Master's attire and Master's glove. The shield is obviously holding you back. You might be right. It wasn't even cheese, don't give me that. I legitimately killed it. How do we equip things? How to equip my underwear? Lightning and dark. That's the only thing this is better for. Lightning, dark, poison, and curse. A lot more better for poison and curse. And then the gloves, poison and curse, lightning and dark. Not really better for anything though. What's the chest in chrono? The chest in chrono, depending on how many times you click on the coin, you can earn yourself some free games. So if you go there every day when the new game pops up, click the coin, and then there's a free game shop on the Chrono website that you can use your coins to get free games, and depending on how many times you do it in a row, you will open up a chest, and the chest will just give you extra coins. This game is 77% off, a historical low, $14. If you guys want to get this game, !Chrono. And don't forget to type !free for your free game as a little thank you for following the channel. 14 doll hairs.
Ashen One. Produce the coil to lock.
Produce. Actually, let me see this weapon. How good is this weapon? Is this a nice weapon to have? Oh, I can't even use it probably. But you gotta require 16 decks. We can get 16 decks. That's a steal.
Produce the mark to lock.
It is.
Very well.
A
Then
steal.
take no.
Money well spent. I kind of expect Sammy to get on and play some Dark Souls as well. I wouldn't be surprised. 3 was your favorite? Why is that? Just because of dual GS. Did you have a dual GS build?
Ashen One.
That sounds pretty cool. Chat, we're gonna take not a break, but we are gonna do a quick bounty, video bounty. We're gonna keep the game up and everything, but I am going to play